And we'll call this meeting to order with a roll call, please. Scott Crampton.
Here.
Melissa Fava.
Here.
Tom Merker.
Here.
Michael Wasner.
Here.
John Wasner. And hang on a second, we get the camera going. Ready to call. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before we go any further, we'd like to welcome Scott Crampton. He's going to be the council liaison. Upon my retirement from council, he's replacing me, and so he's joining us. Thank you, Scott. Good to meet you. And before we approve the agenda, I'd like to amend it that we move the public hearing listed as number 4 to 8C. And after that, I need a motion to approve it as amended.
I have one correction also to make. On the date of on the agenda, it reads 20256. That should be corrected to 2026 at the top of the agenda.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. And in your bold print?
Yes,
Gotcha.
the announcement of the meeting.
Okay.
Correction to 2026.
Yep. Got one extra date in there, yeah. Okay, I still need a motion now to approve the agenda as amended.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Okay, the approval of minutes, they're not available right now, but they were approved from the last meeting by the chairman, so we could speed process through that. We're gonna have public discussion on things not on tonight's agenda. Is there anybody that has anything that they would like to bring up? Okay. Anybody for old business?
No, sir.
Okay, guess we'll move on to what we're here for. It's a new business now. Just so you people are aware, this body makes recommendations. Do not approve it, we make recommendations to city council. They have the final say on whichever, and they don't have to agree with us. If we make an approval yay, they can go nay, vice versa. So, just so you know, what we have here is a request for Rockwood Plaza to be rezoned from B2 to B3 zoning district. So I'd like to have David Scuba, wherever you want to talk from. He's our city planner from Carlisle, Wortman, I'm sorry. And he will give an overview of what he's determined from the plans that were submitted. Go ahead.
Thank you. If with any rezoning that we look at, we go through a number of steps. First of all, we look at the master plan to see if it's supported. We also look at the other zoning from around the area to see if that matches with the proposed rezoning. And we look at what's been happening in the last 10 or 15 years as part of this master plan to see if things have been implemented. Before I start, I just want to point out that even though my review points out that the reason the applicant's here is because he did have interest in a fuel station, that when you do a rezoning, you have to take that off the table. You're identifying a class of uses. Then someone could come in and tell you whatever they want. As soon as it gets through, they can pull it off and they hit all the uses within, in this case, it would be a B3 district. Okay? When I went through the master plan, I looked at the master plan. It is from 2015. It is 11 years ago. It hasn't been updated since then. So I had to take that in consideration. I did look at a B2 zone that it's zoned at right now. It does call for storefront buildings. They want more pedestrian-friendly type development. I did look at, that's the B2, the proposed B3 as allowed, takes away the emphasis on aesthetics and having buildings right up on the sidewalk. It puts more emphasis on having a wider range of business uses that can go into the site. As I looked at the master plan, I did see that the other sites are planned for a lesser. This site here is the B2 zoning, kind of fits what the master plan states it should be. The other three corners of the intersection on Ford Road and Huron River Drive, because those are the ones that face where this development will be happening. I checked that, and the master plan at that point called for a lesser zoning than what's on there right now. Right now, all three of those properties are zoned B3, same as what this guy's proposing. Based on that, based on the age of the master plan, I kind of felt in what's been done, I kind of feel that I put less emphasis on the master plan itself as one of the supporting documents in this case. So at that point, I went in and started looking at the zoning to see what kind of zoning is around there. As I looked at the zoning, the property has B3 zoning, the one they're proposing and they're asking for, it has B3 zoning actually on three sides of the property. And even it's behind the property for a partial bit, across Fort Road and the partial bit, and the whole length of Huron River Drive. Everything facing, it's got the same zoning they're asking for. Here's another one, B2 use, which is similar to this zoning category, is across the railroad tracks on the west side of Fort Road, down further towards City Hall and the small businesses. Then what we have is OR, which is office, residential, which is the small businesses to the north along Fort Road north. And there's a few single family zoning districts behind the center, kind of to the north, kind of to the east. Okay, so we took that into consideration where development would happen, and we looked at that and kind of figured that most of this property where development would happen was a B3, it all faces where the other B3 districts are. So we took that in consideration. We also looked at that the master plan, those other three intersections were supposed to have down zoning, never happened. So that's one of the reasons it's still B3. That's one of the reasons we said, well, the master plan, the vision might no longer be valid. It's 11 years old, so maybe the vision's no longer valid for this body. One of the things that I also looked at surrounding land uses, as I got into it, actually the other three, on the intersections across Fort Road and directly across Huron River Drive, there's actually, and the property, all three intersections are framed by parking lots. They're really, the buildings are set back down the roads a little bit, so also we got 3 parking lots in there. So I had to consider that. And to make a long story short, it does lead me to recommend approval of this B3 district, for reason being that the other 3 sites, the other 3 intersections are zoned exactly the same. And then also the one use, even the B2 use across Fort Road is more of an industrial use. When I looked at it, what I could see from an aerial, it looked like it was vehicle storage or some type of industrial use. It's across the railroad tracks. So everything I looked at kind of leads me to recommend rezoning, approval of the rezoning. So I'd like to take any questions at this point.
What's the main difference between a B2 and a B3 zoning? I see it's community business, general business. What's the main difference?
Let me see.
Someone that may not know that.
Yeah, let me.
Because
Let
we're
me see if I
saying
got
B2,
something. Give me one
B3.
second.
A lot of people may not know.
Yeah, okay, that's a good question. Yeah, it's probably a lot of people don't know it. I had to dig it out of the ordinance too. So let me go through that. B2, I got it right here in front of me. It allows any retail business allowed in the B1, which is your lesser district. It's a mom and pops and things like that. It allows any retail business for dressmakers, shoemakers, somebody selling retail, new merchandise. It allows restaurants, it allows accessory structures as principal. Special uses are any type of retail sales of plant material not grown on the site. Outdoor sales of shrubs, trees, flowers. Recreational space for children's amusement park and other recreation uses, and also bowling alleys. Now, if you go to a B3, it takes all the same uses, okay, but then it adds on a retail establishments more or less serving the freeway traveler, drugstores, gift shops, restaurants, which is sort of similar. It allows motels, hotels, mortuary establishments, automobile service stations and washes, new car auto sales, office buildings, governmental offices. And then for special uses, it does get into used car lots, drive-through, drive-through food places. And then it's not gonna affect you here, but it's marinas and liveries and things like that for this site. But that's the difference, which one's just a little bit more permissive, it allows a little bit more automobile centered.
Like a McDonald's would be a B3 then?
B3, that would be a
We could get a
B3.
McDonald's if you approve it.
Yeah, B3 would be a McDonald's to go, couldn't go in the center right now, can go, a coffee shop, anything with a drive-through facility could not go into this site as zoned right now. That help you, does that?
Yeah.
And I'll be happy to take other questions too.
Well, just so you know, here's the procedure.
Yeah.
After he gets done talking,
Yeah.
we'll have the guy that wants to have it rezoned.
Yeah.
He will come up here and he'll give his spiel. Then the city, the commission will ask questions, and then we'll open it to the public. So you will have a chance to have questions answered too.
So that's my report.
Okay,
So
thank you.
thank you.
Okay, and Hassan Bazi, he's from High Point Oil?
Yes, thank you. We are the developer, actually. So, if you don't mind, I put a kind of statement together here. I'd just like to pass it to you guys. Go through it. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we staying to a timeline or, is there a time? Okay, thank you. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, member of the Planning Commission, city staff, city planner, and respectful residents. My name is Hassan Bazzi. I represent High Point Oil, a Michigan-based fuel distributor. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak this evening. I would like to thank the Planning Commission, city staff, and your planning consultant for the time and effort they've dedicated to reviewing the proposal. I also appreciate the residents who have shared their opinion. Whether we agree or disagree, their involvement reflects a community that cares about its future. Tonight, I would like to address that I believe is the biggest misconception about this project. This request is not about simply adding a gas station. It's about remodeling an aging shopping center and investing in the future of Rockwood Plaza. The owner, Mr. Kuza, wants to modernize the property by expanding and relocating the existing market to a larger, more visible location, improving the overall layout, attracting new businesses, filling a vacant storefront, and creating a shopping center that better serves the community. As many of you have noticed, there are already vacant spaces in the plaza. Without investment, those vacancies are likely to continue growing. With the flexibility provided by the requested B3 zoning, the owner can make significant private improvements that will strengthen the entire property. This project means new investment, a stronger grocery store, new businesses, creating jobs, and improved appearance, and additional tax revenue for the city. I put in front of you that will, how much, based on, I would say like $1 million investment, that probably will bring about 44,000 extra income to the city. I mean, we can go to the numbers later if you'd like to. also working, also without asking taxpayer to fund the redevelopment. Your planning consultant carefully reviewed this request and concluded that the proposed B3 zoning is appropriate for this location and recommended approval. The report recognized that the commercial corridor has evolved over time and that the requested zoning is consistent with the evaluation. I understand that some residents have concern. Those concerns deserve to be heard and respected. However, tonight's decision is only about the zoning. If the rezoning is approved, the project must still go through detailed site plans review where traffic, landscaping, lighting, engineering, and environmental issues and public safety will be all carefully evaluated before any construction can begin. I respectfully ask to consider this request as an opportunity to encourage investment, strengthen an important commercial corridor, and support the long-term future of Rockwood Plaza. Thank you for your time and your consideration. Just like to mention a couple things here. I have the owner is Mr. Ray Kuza. I have Mr. Mackey. He is a construction. They build gas stations. I mean, just for the purpose, if any of the residents, you guys have any question, any question to clear, I got Mr. Jamal. He's a consultant. He's been in the municipal business. He's previous economic director for the city of Dearborn Heights. So he's aware any question that you might have will be ready to answer. I just want to pass this quickly here. I want some of the residents at least to look into, I mean, we're the developer, we're the guys that we gotta invest the money. We have a lot of development, a lot of convenience store all over Michigan. I mean, we lead one of the most leading party stores and gas stations called US To Go. I mean, if you can Google it, you will see what kind of investment. It's not just like put a gas station, but 4 pumps or 3 pumps and move on. I mean, we look into the whole concept. Number one target when we put a project, we hire from the city. I mean, we give opportunities. I mean, we like to see the new generation stays in the city, not to go anywhere. So we have a lot of ideas that we can come up with. Unfortunately, I didn't make so many copies, but I'd like you to at least visual how this place would be in case, I mean, at the end of the day, we decide with the gas station. If you don't mind, I mean, I'd like to just please pass it here. You can just visual how that would be.
I get you, John.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't have too many copies here. I mean, just we just did one in Lansing on Cedar Street. It was a small party store. You know, we spent I mean, good money to redevelop this. I'll be more than happy to share whatever it is. So, again, yeah. Again, thank you for the opportunity. One thing I want to add, since Mr. Kuza is one of our clients in different locations too, we came to the city and we started to at least bring in the idea. I was on the planning commission in Dearborn Heights for so many years. I'm involved in my city. I really want to thank the mayor and Tara and everybody in the city, the way that they welcome us and they were very open at least to listen. So that's highly appreciated. Again, I have Mr. Mackey, he's in the construction. That's what he does, build gas stations, tanks, canopy pumps. Mr. Jamal is a consultant, anything, and I got the owner. So if any questions will be Mr. Kuza, if you'd like to add a couple things here. I mean, you're the owner. I mean, yes, we gotta pay the money, but we gotta make sure that we're all successful.
Yeah.
And I want to thank the residents for their time as well.
Hi, everyone. Basically, we need the, new facelift, need to track a drive-through. When I talked to the mayor a few months back, he wanted to see some kind of drive-through coffee. And to move the marketplace in the corner, we planning to bring a couple franchise inside the store to have more traffic inside the, you know, maybe Baskin Robbins, Dunkin' Donut inside, you know, and for them to come, you know, I mean, to come, we have to update the facade and everything else, and that's what the whole plan is, you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening.
Any questions?
I have questions, yes.
Who do you want to direct it to? or just-
I can direct it to either High Point or the owner. In the letter that you submitted to the, planning commission or committee, you said that, they have that they're an existing customer in the Ann Arbor area. Do you have the address for the facility in Ann Arbor?
5700 Plymouth Road.
Could you repeat that?
5700 Plymouth Road.
I would like to know if there is any property tax outstanding on the property. Is the current property currently up to code?
Yes.
What is going on with the vacant properties that are in there now?
I changed the broker, I got a new broker to list it with, obviously the previous broker didn't do much. And, we'll see, you know, I just signed with them about 3 weeks ago, so it takes time to market the property and take it from there.
So I understand that there's been roof leaks at the Dollar General and in the Save-A-Lot. Has that been fixed?
Yes, every time there's something, we take care of it.
Okay. So I'd also like to address, so you have, how many businesses do you currently own?
I'm more in the, like plazas, I own a few plazas.
So I see that, so I looked up the Lara records for the LLC and the businesses. I see that the Rockwood Pharmacy had you listed as an owner, which was dissolved under an operation of law. This is according to the Lara website, so.
That's not me, that's my brother.
Yeah, because it has you listed. I know the court case with the two brothers.
Yeah,
So it has your name with Rockwood Pharmacy, Rockwood Prescription Management, Roseville Prescription Management, Doctor Prescription Management, and Seaway was an older one that was dissolved.
what name you got on there?
That was under Ray Kuza in the
Yeah,
Lara
yeah,
records.
it's- Yeah, none of them,
Okay, so I did see that you are currently for Austin's Parkway Hotel, the Farmington Hotel in Ionia, and then Love My Pets also.
Yes.
Is there any others?
no.
Okay. So did you previously own the Monroe Foodtown
Yes.
Plaza and that was closed? Did you redevelop that or did you sell the property?
No, I'm still a small member there, and we put Family Farm and more in a place of Food Town.
Okay, and that is running well,
Yes.
that you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you operate under any other names?
No,
Okay. And you said the property is currently up to code. So I did see that you had filed a court case in federal court, trying to say that you had lost money on your businesses. So you lost that case, but just having this history of saying that you've lost money is concerning.
that's not me, that's my brother. I'm trying to tell you, it's not me.
So, no, this was you. I have the court case number. It's from October 2023. And this was in federal court.
I'm just telling you, it's my brother. I'm not lying to you.
Okay, well, I can bring those to the next meeting, if we have a future one. But you said that the building is currently up to code?
I answered that.
Okay. All right, that's my questions.
Thank you. Anybody else? Any questions?
No.
I got a question. With the maintenance that you've been doing over here, is very slacking.
I mean, there's holes that are bigger in front of my car that are 6 to 7 inches deep, potholes as an entrance driveway. All winter long, you do not plow. I don't get why is everybody else has to plow their lots, but you don't.
I have a contract with the plowing company, nobody complained to me.
Your lot turns to a sheet of ice because of all the snow got packed down every year. And it does not go away until the sun comes out and finally melts it every year.
I'll look into that. Usually we contract the snow removal and landscaping every year.
What about maintenance?
Maintenance, we have maintenance, somebody.
I mean, this
calls
is
and
simple
says,
as going down to Lowe's to get some bag of cold asphalt to dump in these holes, and I mean, they're craters
I'll check it.
right at the entrance ramps, and that's, or the entrance, and that's not even including all the other ones throughout the lot.
Okay.
And I heard you put over 400 patches on the roof.
I don't know, I mean, I got a roofer that goes out there.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Can I add something, if you don't mind, please? Just I see your concern, so just want to give you an idea about the when we build a gas station. So we put a national brand, like let's say Shell, Mobil, Amoco, whatever it is here. So all the oil companies right now, it's been a while, they come up with the mystery shop, okay? And for us, the jobber, I mean, I can tell you this is a nightmare. So they inspect every gas station, every property 4 times a year, every quarter. And they are very determined about anything you can think of. I mean, from A to Z. And they force us as a jobber to fix it, and they give us like short period of time, then they fine us with thousands of dollars. So that comes our turn, like with any development, that we gotta make sure we have our own crew in the company as well. So we send our salespeople or people just to go check, invest, make sure the place is nice, the lights, the bathrooms, and they cover the whole 9 yards. Just like I mean, that's a very solid point you're bringing up. So I just wanna bring this to your attention here. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Who's gonna own the plaza? Is he still gonna own it, or is the oil company gonna own it?
Okay, no, definitely, I mean, he's got to be the owner, but with our investment, I mean, kind of usually the work partner, but we will have an interest in there, and we'll make sure everything runs smoothly and right basis.
1 second, I got a couple letters to read from the public, and then I'll open up to the floor for the rest of the public, okay? Okay, this one was, to whom it may concern, this letter is to express my concern along with my husband's concern that the city is considering rezoning the property at the Rockwood Plaza to turn it into possibly a gas station. We live approximately a quarter of a mile from the plaza and feel that we'd be impacted negatively from this change in business. We moved here from Los Angeles about 30 years ago, and one of the main attractions to Rockwood was its quiet neighborhood with beautiful aesthetics, like the parks, Huron River, and close proximity to Lake Erie. As we lived here, we have witnessed the growth and care that the city has taken to beautify it and make it a walkable, shareable city with new bike paths all up and down Fort Road and Gibraltar Road, and River Walk, Patricia Lazat River Walk. Rockwood Plaza was beautifully kept for a long while, and we had some great shops, that is Futon Market, a pharmacy, a pet store, etc. Since the years have gone by, unfortunately, we have noticed a decline of care and options of shopping at the plaza. Somehow we allow Dollar General and Save-A-Lot to take over. We understand that these type of businesses have been taking over the country and helps a lot of rural areas who have had bad but no options for shopping for groceries and personal care items. But Rockwood is not a rural or poor community. Now we have another dollar store in our community. Save-A-Lot is closed, which was poorly ran anyways with spoiled food for sale. And when reading posts on our shared Rockwood Facebook page, I see a lot of neighbors complaining we are turning our wonderful, vibrant city into a hood, a poor and rundown city. Not only do we already have extra traffic from the semis that drive up and down, speeding and tearing up our roads, but we have terrible stores that do not reflect what our city was moving towards in the future plans, which are clearly expressed on the Rockwood City page. If you look at what Rockwood was planning to turn our city into, it shows a bike paths with people enjoying walking and riding their bicycles, river paths for kayaking, and stores to attract people from nearby surrounding cities, such as grocery and Aldi would be amazing. Personal care, pet care, restaurants, and maybe something fun for leisure. But now our city seems to be going in the opposite direction and turning into a truck stop. In summation, our city was going to become an even more beautiful and quiet, lovely city for families to grow and move to for a healthy type of lifestyle, with walkability, fresh groceries and stores, to enticing neighborhood cities to come and spend their money to brag about our beauty. But it seems if our city has given up and just allows any big dollar stores to move and ruin the heart of our city. And to think of another gas station, for it to come in a small town with already 3 gas stations within only a mile of each other, is outrageous and will forever change the definition and character of this awesome little beautiful quiet community. Please do not let this happen to our town. Thank you for taking the time to read and consider my words and feelings on this subject. I truly hope there will be a long, hard, beautiful, thoughtful consideration on the impact of our city, the beautiful city of Rockwood. It was written by Shana Levin and James Merritt. I have another one here. Dear members of the Planning Commission, I respectfully submit this letter in opposition to the proposed rezoning of Rockwood Plaza from B2 Planned Community Business to B3 General Business. I reside at Certain River Drive, approximately 3/10 of a mile from the property. While my home is not immediately adjacent to the plaza, I live within walking distance, and any significant change to the property's permitted uses has potential to affect not only nearby residents and businesses, but the overall character of our community. My concerns extend beyond the rezoning itself. I am troubled with what I believe has been a lack of transparency through this process. I first became aware of this proposal after reading a post by a local business owner on a community Facebook page. Following the cancellation of the June Planning Commission meeting, I later learned of the rescheduled July 9th public hearing from the city's Facebook page. As of the morning of July 9, 2026, the city's website had not been updated to reflect the July 9th Planning Commission meeting. I appreciate the city's efforts to communicate with residents. My concern is not about the use of social media. My concern is that, to my knowledge, residents have not been provided with the information necessary to understand why this rezoning is being requested or what it is intended to accomplish. The public notice explains only that the property owner is requesting a change from B2 to B3 zoning. To my knowledge, no specific development proposal has been publicly identified, nor has there been an explanation of why the existing B2 zoning is inadequate. As a result, residents have been left to speculate about the purpose of this request rather than being given the facts needed to provide informed input. That uncertainty has only been compounded by information circulating within the community that the zoning change may be for another gas station. I cannot verify whether that information is accurate, and I am not asking the Planning Commission to base its decision on speculation. Rather, I believe the uncertainty itself demonstrates the need for greater transparency. If there's a specific development being contemplated, I believe residents deserve to know what it is before a permanent zoning change is considered. I'm also concerned about the history of the property itself. The plaza struggled for years, and in my opinion, has not been maintained in a manner that reflects pride and ownership or contributes positively to our community. Before granting broader zoning privileges, I believe the city should expect evidence of responsible stewardship and clearly defined vision demonstrating how this rezoning will benefit Rockwood and its residents. Most importantly, this decision is about far more than one potential project. Rezoning this property to B3 would permanently expand the range of commercial uses that could be permitted on the site, not only for the current owner, but for future owners as well. Once that broader zoning classification is granted, future uses that comply with B3 regulations may be much more difficult for the city to prevent, even if residents believe these uses are not appropriate for this location. I believe the Planning Commission should carefully consider not only what may be proposed today, but what this rezoning could allow years from now. Rockwood is a small city with unique character. Decisions that permanently change what can be built within our community should be based on clear information, thoughtful planning, and a demonstrated public benefit. I do not believe those standards have been met. The residents of Rockwood deserve a transparent process when considering a permanent zoning change that could affect our community for decades to come. Before expanding the permitted uses of this property, I believe the public should be provided with a clear explanation of why zoning is necessary, what development is being contemplated, and how this change serves the best for the city of Rockwood. Thank you for your time and consideration. Laura Wheeling. One more. City of Rockwood, I'm writing in support of my landlord, Ray Kuzla. I have been a business owner and tenant in one of Ray's properties for more than 20 years. During that time, I found him to be fair, responsive, and easy to work with. Whenever I have experienced issues with the building, whether it involved the heat, air conditioning, or other maintenance concerns, Ray has always responded promptly and worked to resolve them as quickly as possible. One example that has always stood out to me was during the COVID-19 shutdown. Like many of small businesses, I was forced to close for nearly 3 months. Rather than adding to an already stressful situation, Ray showed compassion and understanding by allowing me to pause my rent and repay it later without pressure, questions, or added hardship. That support made a significant difference in one of the most difficult times my business has ever faced. Recently, I've seen negative comments about Ray on Facebook. While everyone is entitled to their own opinions and experiences, I felt it was important to share my own. My experience over the past 2 decades has been overwhelmingly positive, and I believe it's only fair that the city hear from those of us who have had long-standing, respectful, and professional relationship with him. As a tenant for more than 20 years, I can confidently say that Ray has been a responsible landlord who has treated me with fairness, respect, and kindness. I am grateful for the support he has shown me throughout the years, and I wanted my experience to be part of the conversation. Thank you for your time and consideration. Christy Badgerick. Hopefully I got that right. Okay, what I'm asking now is for anybody that would like to speak, please come up to the microphone so everybody can hear what's going on. And if your name and address, that'd be appreciated also. So the floor is open.
I'll go first. I've learned a little bit, so I have to edit what I wrote. But I'm Danielle Laura. My address is 32735 Church Street. I am the second door from the plaza. So I'm here to oppose the rezoning of the Rockwood Plaza to allow for any sort of business that has been mentioned, but what is being proposed at this point, and the company willing to invest in bringing the plaza up to date, is a gas station. I realize that conversation will come later, but it seems pretty relevant now. It doesn't align with the master plan, which may not seem relevant because it's old to you and the other areas around are B3 and not B2, but I think it is still relevant to the people who live here. And I think I would like to see it executed as far as lowering the zoning, reducing the zoning of the other 3 properties and maintaining the current B2 zoning of the Rockwood Plaza. It also introduces environmental hazards, and it does not introduce a sustainable net benefit to the community. So I'm the second house from the wall that separates the plaza from the residential areas on Church Street, Elm Street, and Grant Street. Generations of my family have lived here for the last 3 centuries. My house was built in 1870, has been moved twice because of zoning changes and community planning before I owned it. Many of you parked in its former footprint when you came here to this meeting tonight. In the 70s, many homes were moved or torn down when their property rezoned to make way for the Rockwood Plaza. In too many cases, people were displaced from their historical homes and paid just pennies on the dollar in the name of modernization and commercial growth. This was also the same era when the city council opted out of the super sewer, leaving us with our own private money pit of a wastewater treatment plant. So within my brief lifetime, people were displaced from their homes, the plaza was built, it thrived, and now it has declined dreadfully. What sustainable goal did displacement of these residents achieve? Then in 2015, we adopted a master plan that said we should put it back the way it was. So divide the parking lot, extend Church Street to connect with Hernor Drive, just like all of those, just the way it was before all those people lost their homes. Develop a mixed-use space with commercial buildings, upper flats, and townhomes flanking the new extended Church Street. Those are examples of poor decision-making by community leaders that can leave problems for future generations to deal with. Rezoning this space to accommodate any sort of business that has been described, including a gas station, would be another poor decision. It would accomplish none of the goals in the master plan, which I personally think is still relevant, though only 11 people replied to the survey and provided their input to that survey, but that's on the community, not on this body or previous bodies. It would accomplish none of the goals in the master plan to bring this community closer to that Main Street feel, which I think the bulk of the community is interested in. In addition to not aligning with the master plan, rezoning to open up the opportunity for a gas station introduces multiple environmental hazards. I just invested a huge amount of money into the enjoyment of my backyard, half a year's salary, including a pool and a deck. So I'm curious how that will impact my enjoyment when the construction is going on, when diesel trucks are parked there idling, filling up fuel tanks. Is there going to be a swirling rainbow of petroleum on top of my pool? Plus the smells. Then there's the gasoline itself, which contains toxic VOCs like benzene, and prolonged inhalation of these fumes is strongly linked to respiratory issues. I have asthma and can increase the risk of cancers for those living within 100 to 250 meters of a station. That's me and my neighbors. Idling cars, delivery trucks generate particulate matter and carbon monoxide. That particulate matter will end up in my pool, and that carbon monoxide we will be breathing in. It can exacerbate asthma and cause headaches. I also get migraines, nausea, and fatigue. Vapors are frequently released into the air during tank refilling. Sorry, I lost my spot. During tank refilling. Shoot. Here we go. And in the air by tanker trucks and vehicle refueling. Groundwater is at risk from leaking containers, especially as they age, like what happened in Flat Rock not too long ago. Finally, this zoning change produces no net benefit for our community. As proposed at this stage, we already have 3 gas stations within a square mile of the plaza. Before Dollar Tree was a Rite Aid, it was a total gas station. When it closed, that gap was filled by the Marathon 7-Eleven. We don't need a 4th gas station. It's not sustainable. It will disturb the environment and residents too much for it to eventually fail. Even if a 4th station within a square mile does miraculously bring enough people from the highway past the 2 gas stations that already exist and the railroad tracks, just imagine what a joy it will be to make a left-hand turn at our 1 4-way intersection. It's already a nightmare. No thank you. So I think we as a community trust this body to make decisions that result in sustainable benefits to the community, not temporary boons for single commercial property owners. I do sincerely appreciate the position that you're in, sir, that you need investors to zhuzh up your property and to attract, tax-paying businesses. I don't think this is the partnership, and I don't think that rezoning is the way. Don't let this terrible rezoning request be part of your legacy. Thank you for hearing me out.
Thank you.
My name's Christine Yankalora. You got my address?
Yes, please.
21823 Roosevelt Street. Now, she's my daughter. I'm kind of on the fence with this, so but we'll still talk after this. My question is to you. I'm sorry, don't remember your name. In the oil business, you would know more. We already have 3 gas stations within a very close proximity of one another. Why would you think your gas station will do well in the competition? Because I myself, I'm sorry, I don't shop at any of them. I go to WOW or go to Kroger's. So how would you attract me to use your gas station or other, to still thrive? Because what I'm worried about that we'll get the gas station and then the other stores will still stay empty, because this is pretty much what the bullet point is the gas station. We're not against renovation. I'd love to have it look like this, but this picture is not what it's going to really look like, because this picture is tearing down the whole shopping mall.
No, it's gonna be connected. I mean, we tried at least to visualize how it's gonna look. I mean, so the whole idea with
Let
all
him
this-
speak by the microphone, please.
Yeah. So the whole idea, with all the respect to the planning commission, I mean, that's definitely gonna go into the city council, and there's a lot of work after that to put all the plans together, and you guys gotta have big say with every meeting moving forward, even if either it's a gas station or any other business, you know. But I'm sorry. So put in the gas station, like we visually one-stop shop for the community. Try to make it easy. I mean, now revive the whole corner. It's a great corner in the city of Rockwood. You know, it's been sitting like this. I heard his comments, which is make a lot of sense. So you need a fresh blood. You need something new to come to it. I mean, imagine you have the convenience store in there. You have a restaurant, if we can bring, you know, a big chain or good names in there. You have the gas station. So it will be a one-stop shop and will be more convenient for the.
But
for
have you
the-
done a feasible study as to that it will be sustainable with 4 gas stations in such a small area with only, what, 1,000 households?
I mean, let me tell you, this is a chance that he's taken, and this is our chance too. I mean, to put this investment in there. I mean, you like Kroger, you like Wow. I mean, people might like Shell, people might like Mobil. So it's a preference here. But when you have a corner like this in the city of Rockwood, and with all the new business coming into this, people like to come, you know, maybe an ice cream shop, maybe a small restaurant, gas station, the body store, the convenience. You know, it's gonna be. I mean, we gotta put a grocery store, so it's gonna be completely different than what it looks right now.
Right.
And this is just the beginning of it. I mean, we're saying just on the fair side here. I mean, to us, would love to come and invest in the city. We see something in the city. That's why we came. We have our own study, our own vision into it. You know, maybe tomorrow he'll change his mind. He doesn't want a gas station. I mean, it's still wide open. But the main thing is for any new business to come into the city, when we change from B2 to B3, that will open open it wide. Yes, people will encourage. Maybe somebody, you know, will come tomorrow. Hey, I want to put a McDonald's on the corner. You know what? Good luck with that. So it's not like, I mean, we would love to come to Rockwood. If we come, that's great. We don't come. I mean,
Yeah, well,
so.
well, I appreciate that. At least I mean, I can see the recognition that at least the owner is trying to make a change. He realizes that, you know, it can't stay the way it is, and he's looking for investors. I believe you even went to other grocery stores to try to bring them in, but the square footage isn't big enough for Save-A-Lot. That's why you're probably moving the market over to the other end to try to open that up, which it used to be from your store all the way down to the end of Dollar General at one time was Food Town, but now it's been chopped up. So I think, isn't it right that if you were to rezone it to 3, you have more opportunity for other businesses, not maybe for the gas station, but other businesses require a zone 3 to come in
That's
and
correct.
into the plaza?
For example, right now I cannot do drive-through. You know, when I talked to the mayor way back, he said you need a coffee, some kind of coffee place to do a drive-through. You know, there is some small franchises that do, coffee place, like maybe about 600 square feet, and they put, which I'm trying to bring them in, but I'm limited being B2 to change it B3, it's, and moving the market in the corner, then I can add this, more space to where
Right.
the grocery store, you invite somebody, like Aldi's, it'd be the same, almost same size as the Aldi's. I cannot approach them right now because I don't have the space.
Right, and plus you also need to renovate it because you've got to attract the people. They can't, when they come look at it, they see what it is. But I would like to see that, if it was to be zone 3, that there is some stipulation, because what I had a problem with was when I was in council, people would come and say, to us to rezone and have grand ideas, and they go, oh yeah, that looks really good, and then it never materialized. And that's what I'm worried about now, is that we'll give you the gas station, but the Save-A-Lot still stays vacant, and I do patronize the other businesses, Dollar General, the hair salon, Subway. I'm not a tanner, but the other ones I do. So and I really miss Save-A-Lot because I miss, when I'm making something and I need, some sugar or something like that. So I do miss the grocery store a lot. So anyways, I can see both ways. I think he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I don't want to see the gas station, but I understand, you're trying to reach out to some possibilities to change what we have. But I'm not for anything that is geared towards pollution.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
also if the Audis
But-
don't come to find like a more unique produce market, somebody having
Like-
Dolly produce.
Or Trentwood,
Yeah.
or,
So-
or Trader Joe's.
Yeah, so,
Hey, there's always a miracle.
so,
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
I'd like to say something about the environmental concern she has. So years ago, yes, that's right. Years ago, there was an environmental concern of vapor being released, out in the open. But EPA have implemented some stricter rules right now. So even when the delivery trucks is delivering gas at the gas station, the vapor that's not released in the environment, so it's not released out in the open. It's actually contained in the tank. So when the driver is dropping the gas at the gas station, he's got two hoses that's hooked up to the truck. One hose is to drop the fuel or the gasoline, and the other hose that collects the vapor and goes right back on the truck. So with that being said, yeah, your concern are legit, but this is the technology now that the EPA and the state of Michigan, USD, Bureau of Fire Safety, is implementing on all new gas stations. Number two, right now the state and EPA is requiring all the installation to be double walled. So all the tanks and the piping is actually double walled system. What that means is, and it's non-metallic, so it's a composite fiberglass, and one inside another, or a steel with composite fiberglass on the outside to protect it from any corrosion. The piping is actually that goes from the tank to the pumps are double wall piping, so that's a wall inside of a wall. If there's a concern of a possible leak, that would stays within the UST system, which is the secondary wall. It goes back to an area in the tank where it's collected. Also, under each dispenser or pumps or in the tank, there's sensors. So in case you have someone that slides and hit the pump, you have a leak, whatever you got leak, under the dispensers it's called dispenser pans. It collects that gas, and there's a sensor in there that actually sends a signal to the inside to shut down the fuel. So yeah, back in the days, I would want a gas station with 2 doors away from my house. Yeah, but things have changed now. Technology is taken over on really forcing the new stations to be up to there. And yeah, I would understand your concern, but I think with what they have right now and forcing the gas stations to do on the new install, I think maybe it lessens your worries. I have asthma too, so I understand what you're saying.
Thank you.
Can I rebut from here, or do I have to get up?
Pardon me?
you have a
Can I
question?
rebut from here, or do I have to get up? I just wanna say that doesn't protect from people spilling, I don't know if you've ever worked at a gas station, but it smells, I get migraines, I don't wanna live next door to a gas station, there's nothing you can tell me that's gonna change my mind.
Yeah, I was just addressing the environmental issue, because I understand.
I also don't trust the EPA is at the whim of whoever is whatever administration is in office. So that's not a sustainable thing either.
Yeah, also they have, each gas station right now, they have to do a weekly and a monthly and a quarterly inspections to actually answer any concern out there. And reports that to the state. EIS, I mean, the state is really strict on this. They're not, they really are. Maybe EPA just makes the rules and sends to the state. Some states might wanna implement them, maybe they don't wanna adopt them, but the state of Michigan has really been really good on it. Yeah.
Like to the people in Sanford, I'm just saying, human beings enforce these policies, right? It's, no.
Yeah,
I
I mean, you
appreciate
can
where you're coming from,
Yeah,
but
sure.
I'm immovable. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
I guess this is a good time than never. 22475 North Huron River Drive.
And you're,
I'm the vice president of the 7-Eleven Mobile down the street. And, you know, I oppose the project, or rezoning of the project. We're currently doing about 30,000 gallons between the two gas stations that we're doing to add another service station. And we brought a national brand here, 7-Eleven, and a global brand, we should say. And it didn't increase the volume. It's just not enough traffic off of the freeway or in the community for another gas station. As a result, it will affect the two gas stations. There used to be a gas station right across the street. That gas station isn't there. So I'm just saying that I don't think it's a good fit for the area, in my opinion. So I just wanted to make that mention for Rockwood. I think there's bigger and better long-term visions that you could put there besides a gas station. Okay.
thank you.
I got a question for you.
Sure, absolutely.
So, you're the vice president of 7-Eleven here?
Of the property.
Okay, of the property.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wonder if you guys have the same technology of collecting the fumes that these guys are willing to say they have. Because I can take a monitor, I can go right to your gas station, it's gonna go off as I'm filling my vehicle up.
Yeah, he is correct in what he's saying. Any gas station that's running right now has tank monitoring systems to catch that. That's been in place for.
I'm just saying, I've had monitors that I've worked at Marathon Refinery that when I'm filling my car, just filling it up is blowing up, and that's in my back seat or my trunk of my car. So I'm saying there is fumes getting out of this tank, the system.
Well, there's fumes in fuel, yes. I mean, when you're fueling your car, there is fumes that come out. I mean, I don't think we capture them all, but I mean, it's not like a poof of fumes going across. It's not like that, no. A lot of them are, the way the cars are made and manufactured today, when you put gas in, it captures the fumes and it puts it back into the tank of the gas.
I get that.
Just how it is. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, fair.
I don't have any notes, so I'm gonna have to go by memory.
That's fine.
I own the business 22202 here in River Drive.
And you're,
My name is Tammy. The business is All of Us in Dan Mercury's building. And all right, well, the first thing that I've heard today, the two first letters were awesome. They're right on point. There should have been transparency from the get-go. People were calling after I called the building department, and they were telling them they don't know what it is for. So that was bad. Second thing is the city planner that's saying that he's, from what he sees, that he's gonna say okay about it. Well, there used to be a gas station across the street where Rite Aid was. That's why it was a B3, but there's no longer a gas station there. So that reasoning is not really good reasoning at all. The city plan should be stuck with what it was laid out to be. And if you want to say that maybe there's not a need for a gas station for our residents, but there's a need for gas stations coming off the freeway, that's hogwash too. We got Gibraltar Road with three gas stations. We got a couple miles down the road, West Road, that there's however many gas stations in each direction and a truck stop. Okay, so the 3 gas stations that are in walking distance here, they don't need the competition at all. So that one of them gets put out of business, and now we got toxic tanks underground. So that's a big reason why we don't need another gas station, is because we don't need another gas station. Now, promises, Mr. Kuzo. There's been 3 decades he's had to upgrade this property that has gone downhill only. He hasn't done a thing since he bought the property. I've been here since I was a child in 1974, and it was great. Everyone else that lived in this area, we shopped at Food Town. But after he bought it, he hasn't done one thing to the property. He hasn't even trimmed a tree. Hasn't done anything to the asphalt parking lot or the alley behind it. I mean, that is not a good steward that you reward with, oh, I believe that you're going to make this better. I don't believe it for a minute. The information that you had, absolutely, it's right out there. You can Google it. He's been suing the United States, him and his wife, saying that they lost money. Well, what did the United States tell him in that thing? They said, well, we don't believe in your Quicken report. You got to have some better documents, Mr. Kuzo, and they shot him down. So that's the kind of guy that we're dealing with, okay? And I'm sorry, but we're not going to get McDonald's here, because they're all on Gibraltar Road. We got McDonald's, you got Wendy's, you got Burger King, you got Tim Hortons, and you got Taco Bell and Wendy's. So we're not gonna get a fast food. I don't know what the answer is, but it sure would have been nice if he would have taken care of the property for the last 3 decades, and maybe somebody would have put a business in there. That's all I got to say.
Anybody else?
You know, I'd like to talk, but I can't get up there, so I'm gonna stand right here.
Okay, you're fine.
I've been here, my name's Deborah Robertson, I live on Lynn Drive.
Okay.
And I agree with the lady, the gray hair right there, and I agree with you 100%. I've been in my home since 71. I've been here 55 years. And this mall used to be very nice. Right now, you can't go in because you'll lose your tire on the way in when you pull in. Everything in there, Food Town, when it was Food Town, it was nice. When it went to Save-A-Lot, it was garbage. The meat was no good. If I don't remember your name either, but if you sold this place and let somebody else take it over, I may back this. But as long as you're responsible for it, forget it. Because he's not, like everybody said, he's not done anything. It's done nothing but go downhill the 55 years that I've been here.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna speak as a citizen here. My name is Hassan Bazzi. I'm live in Sheehan Drive in Dearborn Heights. So I heard all the residents. I mean, I have all the respect and I see the frustration, just wanna address something. The corner, the plaza is sitting as it is here. I mean, there is no, somehow, maybe with the owner, no encouragement to do any renovation or bring it up. But I asked this respectful body, the planning commission, to take this a different aspect, which is maybe this is the time for the city of Rockwood and the concerned resident. Something need to be done. I mean, yes, we complain. I do complain in my city about a lot of stuff I don't like, but it will be a wise thing to communicate with the owner, or maybe it's your turn to look into it with all the respect. Something need to be done, and any company or any investor would like to come into this corner. Trust me, I mean, I'm taking all these notes, and if we go this route, they will be addressed. I mean, we usually sit with the neighbors, with the resident. We take their complaints under consideration. But to leave it the way it is, nothing is gonna happen. Maybe this is the time that at least if you take it to the city council and they are elected by the resident here, they have to make the decision. If yes, we're gonna approve the B3, then it might come with conditions. I mean, that's what you guys need to go to the city council from the people that you elected to raise your concerns. I mean, just leaving it the way it is right now, I mean, we're going into a circle. With all the respect, please take this. I mean, I'm not like, I mean, if we come here, actually, there's a clinic next to it. My son is a doctor, and I like the city for some reason. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I came to the city here, and they were very welcoming, and the way that responded to us, we deal with a lot of cities. I told my son, come and check this clinic here. Maybe you come, you and your wife, and serve the city. So again, I go back to my point. At least take it to the city council, and I encourage you, and I promise you I'll be there too, is let these people that they are elected by you to make the final decision. And if maybe different idea will come between now and then, it doesn't have to be gas station. I mean, we're okay with that. It's not gonna take. So please consider the at least referring to the city council, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, whatever it is. Thank you for your time, appreciate it. And I want to say one thing, in my city, they only give us 2 or 3 minutes to speak, and they force it. So that's very healthy here, and this is great. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
So I have a follow-up question to that, if I can. Can I?
Sure.
So, this is zoned B2. B2 does not mean it needs to stay in the state of disrepair that it is in. It doesn't say you can't invest in it.
It's limited.
It is limited,
Yes.
but resurfacing the parking lot is not something that needs to wait for rezoning.
Well, I mean, that's
So
something beyond.
I just, I hear the residents, I'm a resident as well, obviously, but I hear that, why should we, offer something when the city is getting no investment right now? There's no reason why small improvements can't be done now prior to a zoning change.
But they're not being done.
That's
Nothing's
my
being
my
done.
question is why are we being told that we can't do anything if it's a B2, but if it's a B3, we have this glorious new shopping center? I just don't understand why it is a dichotomy between all or nothing.
I mean, I can answer you from a prospect or an investor. For me to come in and invest right now, and that's why I need to fit our category where we gotta invest. I mean, again, it might be a gas station, it might not be a gas station, but for any investor, they wanna come in and invest heavily into that, trust me, these will be addressed. And it could be when they bring their plans to the planning commission or the city council. I mean, they could put their foot down on certain things. I mean, this is a start for this city, for this corner. It's not like a small shop on the side. I mean, it has to do with someone come strong, and then they lay their plans, and that's what the city council and the resident, they come and address it real hard. Hey, if you wanna do this, it's condition, accept it under conditional that you have to do 1, 2, 3, so.
Didn't he say that it was B3 now?
No, it's B2
B2.
now.
B2.
What is B3 now? Just the
Everything
Dallas-
around us is B3.
Everything
except
around
this.
us?
Yes. It's where the pizza place is, HRI, the Dollar
General.
Tree,
Oh, yeah.
and even a little bit this way is B3.
I-
This is B2.
gas station sitting on
Oh, I
the
know.
corner, right, that's why it was B3.
I know.
And then HRI and everything else, so that's why it was B3.
She needs some maps to show you.
Dollar Tree doesn't need to be a B3 because it doesn't have a drive-through, so it
But
can
it
be.
is, but it is.
I know, I'm just saying.
So, yeah, when he was saying that, the planning commissioner was saying that, or the planning, or the, whatever he
The
is.
planner, yeah, the city planner.
Saying that you guys were supposed to downgrade the other ones, then why don't you just do that instead? Downgrade the other ones to a B2, and now we'll all be happy, they'll all be B2s.
Well, the city needs the revenue.
Better address that.
Because the gas
Why, she's wondering why do we go backwards
I'm up
to
to
B2s and the other B3s?
In fact, they were going to, and it didn't happen.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Okay, he'll address that when it quiets down. Okay.
Then that wouldn't be an issue.
One of the issues we got right now with down zoning is when the Rite Aid went in, they have a drive-through. By doing that, you're creating an illegal non-conforming use. So that's kind of compromises that site from being down zoned at this point.
They're not using it anymore at the Dollar Tree as a drive-through.
That's what we have to look at.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm honest, I don't know enough about the details of each individual property, but it's a point that you make, it's a good point.
But that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
Okay, bottom line, we're here to talk about this district, and do we recommend that this goes to city council? Which way do we go with it? Do we recommend that we let them look at it, and they make a decision whether this becomes a B3 or stays a B2? All we're doing is recommending. They're the ones that will have a meeting, and that is strictly the rezoning. And then another whole process is what goes in there. So there'll be, this is just the zoning itself that we're.
Yeah, but once you open the door, then he's free to put the gas station.
We're not
in and
opening the
anything
door.
else.
We're not opening the door, we're sending it to city council.
Okay, so you're saying that you're already approving it?
No,
City
no,
coun-
yeah, we didn't do that yet. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
this is the moment.
Right, I know that. It's
Okay.
gotta go to city council.
Okay,
But.
that's what's in front of us right now. If somebody makes the motion and gets supported to either approve this to go to, recommend to go to city council as a B3, then we'll vote on it. If they say vote to deny it, whatever the motion is, we'll vote on that. Whatever the majority carries, will go to city council, and it will be in the August 5th probably meeting. I'll go over the process after the motion is done, what follow up with this. So right now, is there anything else from the floor? Did you have, I'm sorry.
Hi, my name's Renata Tritt. I live at 31679 East Dittner. I just want to know, us as homeowners, we get ticketed. We get ticketed for parking over the sidewalk. We get ticketed for having our trash out too early or we didn't take it in enough. We get ticketed for our grass not being cut. Why isn't he getting ticketed for all the stuff that's garbage around his area?
Good question.
I don't know, go to city council.
I just
We
don't
answer
understand that.
We don't answer that, ma'am.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear.
Well, thank you.
My neighbors got ticketed for parking over the sidewalk when there was a graduation party and there was no place to park. It was rubbish.
I think the ordinance
Thank
department will be your best bet.
Okay.
What's that?
The ordinance department will be your best bet.
Well,
Can I ask, I know I keep ragging on this, but if someone walks, if one, let's say a gas station, I don't care if it's a gas station, what it is. But if he comes in and he puts a gas station on that property, I see 2 buildings that say retail. Who's responsible for filling those retail companies? Is it the owner? Is he responsible for getting stores in there or whatever's gonna go in there?
I am responsible, but somebody have to come and lease, I got it marketed through a big brokerage company, and I switch them every 6 months to 8 months to see somebody, they have maybe somebody else. So far, I have not had any luck.
But if they come and look at it, I wouldn't put anything in there.
No, not the way.
I wouldn't put a dog.
Well, that's why I'm looking for investors,
So you're wanting the investors to more or less clean it up for you, so
No,
that,
that's not true. I'm a, I have limited, fund to do, and that's why I'm partnering up with them, because they can help, to fund the project with me, so we can, do, better.
Trust me, I know outside investor might be
the solution for all this development. I mean, if it's a gas station or any other gas station, and any investor come on a bigger scale, the first question they ask, what's the zone? And some of them, again, if it's not a gas station, we're okay with it. But they will ask, what is zoning? Okay, they don't wanna go through the whole thing, but if it's zoning B3, he have more options, you know, than can go solicit or be whoever is, he's hiring to do so. And if we bring like a big companies, they will address all these issues that you guys addressed. I mean, we're dealing with a plaza in Harrison Township, like with the Dollar Tree. They want the roof, they want the driveway, everything is done, you know. And as an owner of it, he has no choice but to do it. So this is your power here, trust me. I mean, I'm not, again, I mean, for us to come to the gas station, that's fine, we can. I mean, we tried it, it's not the end of the world. But for this corner, you need a bigger company, one of the biggest, they can come in and they put their foot down. The roof, the driveway, the landscaping, the lighting, trust me, they all will be addressed. And before they even sign any lease with him.
So right now, with it being a D2, you couldn't bring like all these
No, there's
in there, they
yeah.
wouldn't come in.
I mean, he just mentioned, like, you are limited with B2, like, smaller businesses, but with B3, and again, you will have a big say when it comes in front of the city council, or again, in front of the planning commission. They have to put their drawings, they have to put their plans together, and the way county will get involved too, so there's so much into it. His life will not be as easy as you think. Yeah.
And all these can be there now.
Yeah.
If a food town could been there in a B2, then all these could be there if they wanted to. So he doesn't need to be free for an all.
And then only in Flat Rock.
But it would have to be in for a whole lot.
But they can, yeah, I mean, you gotta check where it's going.
Yeah.
Did you like to speak?
I just have a question.
Sure.
3200904. I think the lady left that was concerned about her backyard being close to the gas station.
Yeah, the pool.
I just had a thought. Is this going to be like a 24-hour-a-day gas station?
That's not even discussed here, technically. Technically, all we're doing is recommending that this be rezoned. What goes in there is
Okay.
after the fact, and that's what city council and the planning, they have to come back for. There's not a guarantee
guess-
it's gonna be a gas station at all.
I just started
That's a
thinking
concept.
about
That's a
her,
concept.
and I started thinking that those bright lights would be on 24/7, and those homes will see those lights.
That's all
what I
part of
was
the
just-
plan.
There's ordinance too, trust me, there's ways
Right.
they can even like dim the lights at night, or they can close at 10 o'clock.
The city allows certain lumens that reflects down. They should not be reflected to the street or any residential area, so it should not be reflected.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the residents around.
Yeah,
how
even
they
if
would-
you're driving down the road,
That's a good point.
the light should not be reflected to the people on the road.
And then you said you'd be 50-50 partner, or is it 50-50? You're gonna be partners. What is the percentage
No,
here?
not 50-50, I mean,
You're partnering with him.
he's the owner of the property, but our investment, let's say we got
Okay,
invest $1
so
million
he's still-
here. We have our rules too, that about, again, if every concern that was brought here, that would be on the table, you know, the cleanliness of the place.
So after you do the investment and you walk away,
We can.
I mean-
do investment.
well, no, I know you're not gonna walk away, but what I'm saying is who's responsible for maintenance? I'm just trying to figure out the partner thing here.
Yeah, we will be, you know, again, I mentioned earlier about the oil company, like what you call mystery shop. Mystery shop, they do this every quarter and they're very solid about it. And like in our company, we have a crew, they go around like once a month, they check the inside, the outside, the cleanness, the garbage, even the bathrooms and all the stuff. So, I mean, there's so many things that could come up later on, you know, to address all these concerns.
In other words, they have to protect their money, their investment. If
I
they-
understand
if they
that. I do.
don't-
I know they're
if
not
they-
It goes
walking
back
away.
to
That's
the
not
way
what I
it
mean.
is, then, you know, that will be like bad on us, negative
Yes,
on us. So
yes.
that's why we.
Good evening. Let me address, I'm here to assist my friend, Mr. Bazzi. The reason Mr. Bazzi and his company is is here today because for them to come and invest in this corner, they have to have a B3 zoning. They are not here to propose a gas station per se. They are here to assist the owner, Mr. Kuza, and they find each other. They loved the corner. It's very attractive. They advise that they can move the convenience store to the corner where it is going to be bigger. And at the same time, they are thinking, explained to me, as a convenience center for the community to bring more development in the future. But they are here today not proposing a gas station. They are here to assist the owner of that particular corner to get the B3 zoning so they can think about, you know, they are in the fuel business and they are interested in selling fuel and making money from selling fuel. So they are not cannot throw $500,000 or $1 million, whatever the investment is, and then not making money. So they have to help the owner for future development to bring the plaza up to certain level of attractiveness so people can be attracted to come more and buy gas. And maybe they will work on some programs where, like Kroger, you buy certain, you know, amount of grocery, or you spend some amount of money, you earn credits. So it is the future of that corner. I just looked at it. It's beautiful corner, beautiful corner. If there is a potential for better partnership with other than just the oil company, maybe. But I think, you know, from understanding from him is that he cannot bring somebody else before he get the B3 zoning. And now this oil company coming in, trying to help him to get that, the B3 zoning, so they can open for other investment to come. And believe me, you know, I know Mr. Bazzi for a long time. He's a good friend of mine. I'm doing this as a friendship, you know, to assist him in that corner after he showed me the corner. It's a good opportunity for this oil company to bring in not oil, to bring in also a bigger store, maybe because they are in the store, also in the convenience store business, and maybe bring in produce. It's just like for them to even thinking about being around this area and investing in that area, they need the B3. Otherwise, they are not going to be able to partner with Mr. Kuza. So today, it's not about a gas station or about a planning per se to that particular corner. It's about getting the opportunity for them to just even continue talking to Mr. Kuza. Otherwise, they have no business to be here because they cannot, because they are in the business of oil. I just want to clarify that. So it's not about like a gas station. It's about, for them, thinking about being a partner with Mr. Kuza. They have that B3. That's all. It's a beautiful corner. No matter what you put over there, I think it's a convenience center for the community. If you can work together to develop it to something, it's major to street, a beautiful corner. And at the same time, United States is a free enterprise. Competition is everywhere. Kroger now, they have a fuel. Myers, they have fuel. Sheets, they're coming in with big convenience. Costco, Sam's, I mean, everybody now, 7-Eleven. So the fuel business become as not as it used to be like supplement, it become a complement. So you have a big store, you have a business, you have a nice convenience center, you bring in the fuel as a complement. Not to make much money, but to encourage others to buy from in there so you can get cheaper gas. It's not as it used to be before. It's now going into a different level, for the fuel business. With that, thank you. I enjoyed it. It's very nice to see this quiet, and very, very.
Well, I have a quick question. You've
Yes.
said it a number of times, Paul North, Lynn Street. Been here almost 50 years, and everything you heard tonight was true. When we moved out here nearly 50 years ago, this corner was beautiful. You should have seen it back then. And it has gone downhill bad pretty much ever since. Now, you said it a number of times, it's not about a gas station. Well, to you and you, would you invest in here without a gas station? Would you still come in and do everything else without the gas?
Well, let me tell you something.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, I expect that.
I'm not the
I expect
investor, they
that.
are.
I expect that. I mean, our line of business in the oil business, in the fuel business. I mean, we've seen something in this corner. I mean, it's not just, we're not gonna get too rich out of this corner.
Okay,
It's not gonna do that
fine.
many gallons. But 1 + 1 + 1 + 1, it adds up for us, But coming to this corner here, if we don't see a potential, trust me, I mean, I'm not gonna.
I'll ask you point blank again, would the potential be there without the gas?
Let me tell you something. I'm getting to your point here, and that's why I addressed this honorable planning commission. Maybe it's not gonna be a gas station, but for anybody else or any big company or any other company to come in, the first question will ask B2 or B3, and you have the final say at the end of the day. If it's not gonna be a gas station, I heard you guys. That's okay, but to redevelop and go back how it was 50 years ago, if you leave it the way it is, nothing is gonna happen. Give this
I
guy,
agree
or
with
give
you
this-
there.
Okay.
But would you still come without a gas station?
He wouldn't because it's not
I'm
his
just telling you,
business.
our line of business is a gas station,
Okay.
C-stores, and there's US to go. Please remember this, US to go gas stations. It's not just like put pumps and canopy and we sell gas. No, please, if you have time, Google it. And I don't have the list for the station.
Okay.
And see the inside of it. See in communities how we come strong. We have Tim Horton in them. It depends on the size. So, again, it might not be a gas station, might be something else. Give the community, give yourself, give him, give the corner, give the city a chance to go to a different level. If tomorrow they change, they go to this city council, I encourage you guys to go there again and address the same thing, because these are the people that you guys elected to be in this position. I'm sure the planning commission are appointed, they have to report to, but the guys, the city council, they are the one that they should report to you. It's okay. Let them do the due diligence here. Send it to the city council, and doesn't have to be a gas station. Give them a chance to go work with whoever listed it with, to go solicit different business than gas station. But again, it's so limited right now. He can't do nothing with it. The city, what they gotta do, right? I'm gonna take a pay ticket, and they gotta go in a circle with that. So, I might not come back here.
Yes,
So right
you're
now-
absolutely correct. They won't be here if they are not gonna be doing, gas station. That's the only one they found right now. So, yes, if he finds somebody else who is willing to develop in other than gas station, you could bring them in. But the reason they are here, because they are seeing that a gas station for them is something visible. That's what they are here, and they are here to help, just to say, look, if you want us to come help this man, we need B3. Now, when you get the B3 rezoning, and then there is no gas station for whatever reason, the opposition and they didn't approve a gas station, then maybe other investor will be attracted because of B3. Again, I'm happy to hear from you, because I faced that before, that it used to be good, it dragged down. Now, there's sometimes too many reasons. You can maybe some other factors. he can explain the owner why is in that shape, why is, you know what I'm saying, so.
Point taken.
Yes.
This isn't a reflection on you as investors and wanting to do what you want to
no,
do.
of course.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm just simply asking, because you said it was not about gas. And that's all I was wondering, if there was anything there to come in without pumping gas.
Hopefully.
Yeah, if you're
we hope
asking
so.
me this directly here, I mean, this is what we do.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, fine,
this-
that's
and you
all.
should take this, and trust me, you should take this as a compliment. We're coming, I mean, it's okay, that's fine, I mean, you're not gonna offend me, but we visual how the corner would be, if we do what we have to do.
Okay.
If we do it, that's fine, we don't do it, good luck, guys, I mean, we'll look for a different venue.
I think that might be an opportunity for that corner, if it's zone B3. Even if, see, they have to, they're investing the money there. So they
I
have to,
understand that.
yeah, so they have to protect their investment. To protect their investment, they have to keep the image, the look. They have to, even when you bring traffic in there, you know, these other vacant, you know, units in there that are vacant, maybe that will bring people that would actually lease them. So, at the end of the day, if that corner needs to be improved, it has to go into B3 to be improved. Whether they go through with their investment, whether we go through with the construction, whether they do it without us, whether he gets another investor. So at the end of the day, if that corner needs to be improved, it has to go into B3, regardless of us being in there or not.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, but imagine Tim Horton comes down 6 months from now, wants to put a Tim Horton. They can't because they don't have a drive. Dunkin' Donuts, they can't put a drive-through.
Still put it in Hortons, they just don't have a drive-through.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, you know, if that corner needs to be improved, it has to be moved. Regardless if you're in there or not.
You know, people that live here in Rockwood, I don't know about anybody else, but, and maybe I'm wrong for saying this, but I haven't bought gas in Rockwood for 25 years. Because they have the highest gas in the downriver area.
Okay, that's behind us. Miss, you were talking
That was
about,
chance maybe if they invest in this one.
you were concerned about lighting and stuff like that. Regardless of what goes in here, it comes to planning, the lighting, where the traffic flow, landscaping, where they put the dumpster. All that stuff is, and there's certain ordinances and stuff that the building inspector goes through here. We deal with the county, everybody else. That's done here. So that would, whether it's a gas station or a grocery store or whatever, that's all taken care of, so it makes it pleasingly to the environment, to the city, and does it fit in the city?
Yeah, I
And
just
then-
started thinking about that lady, and then what would that be to her, the lighting, you know?
No, that would all be dealt with, no matter what goes in here. What size sign they put out front is all regulated.
Yeah, I know
So that comes to planning, and then it goes to the city council to approval. Okay, so, everybody's okay?
I have a question for the planner. I just have a quick question. Is there a reason that you couldn't do that lot or that parcel like a PUD with an underlying zoning of B2?
There's a couple other.
Is that an option?
It could be an option. I'm gonna have to go
To
through.
place bigger
What I need to
restrictions?
do is go through and fly spec the ordinance. Sometimes some ordinances, PUDs have minimal acreage requirements, so I might have to do a
That's what
comparison.
right, so I wasn't sure how big the parcel was, so.
Yeah, I don't
if
know
it's
that
a
answer right now.
A PUD would put a greater restriction on, but it also would go back, revert to the B2 if that PUD or this project wouldn't go.
Generally, speaking, yes, I would have to go through and read every little detail, because every place I work in is all a little bit different. So I don't want to give you a yes or no answer immediately, but generally, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There are many more things that can come into the building or into that property under a special land use that you're talking about.
No, I'm talking
Just a
about-
minute, let me finish.
Okay.
There's many more things that can go in there that if B3 is more restrictive, is much more restrictive than a special land use that you're talking about.
Sure.
And that's under the current city
Zoning.
zoning, the special land use.
All right, there's only two things I'd like to say real quick, under the planning, under the master plan, under commercial development goals. one of the notes is encourage the continued investment in Rockwood Plaza with an eye towards improving its aesthetic quality, economic viability, and pedestrian friendliness. Under future land use, the appropriate land use for this would be retail businesses of all types should be encouraged in the plaza. So that's according to the master plan on 3/20/15. So without any, floor is open to a motion either to approve recommending to council the B3 zoning or deny it.
I'll make a motion that we approve the request for the subject property known as Rockwood Plaza from B2 to B3.
Support.
Okay. We have motion and support. Let's start with Scott.
Yes.
Melissa.
Can we make a comment? John, can we make a comment now? Discussion?
Well, you're up next, so go ahead.
I didn't hear.
No, go ahead.
She hasn't voted yet.
I've been looking at the B3 permitted uses, and I don't see anything there that would be objective to what we already have in Rockwood. And I'm here tonight strictly for zoning change. That's all the planning commission is here for. You know, I appreciate the concerns and thoughts that have been expressed tonight, but for what I'm here for tonight as a planning commission member and going from B2 to B3, I vote yes for that.
Okay, that's what we are. You're exactly right. That's what we're here for. Okay. Mike?
I'd like to have a question off the record, but I know it's a little late for that, but.
Who are you gonna ask it of? What's on your mind? Speak it, come on.
So what I'm saying,
everybody else.
let me talk then. So say for instance, we deny this, it doesn't go any farther than B2. In the future, he wants to go back at it with another business to make it into a B3.
We're not denying it. We're making a recommendation to city council. They
That's
can
what I'm
vote
saying.
either way on this.
I'm just saying, for the future, if say something else wants to come in there and says, well, we need to have a B3, can it be brought back up to us again at a different time?
Sure, but it all depends on what council might just say whether we deny it or not. They might
That's
approve
all
it.
about them.
So it's up to them. This is just to get it to council. That's all we're wanting to do is get it to council with a recommendation, one way or the other. We want to move it along. It's up to them. Then the ball's in their court. Melissa, you made your mind up?
Oh, we're both.
Come on, we're done. Almost done here. We're close. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm voting yes, and that's 3. So that's, we got it. So it takes you off the hook.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What did you?
So this,
Abstain.
this is what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a motion. We're passing this on to city council. The process usually is that we would have to have another meeting for planners just to approve the minutes of this meeting. But if they make a motion, we can bypass that whole situation of getting another meeting, and when the minutes get typed up, that I can go in and read them and can approve them, they can be submitted to city council for the next council meeting. Unfortunately, the next council meeting is already next Wednesday.
Yeah, it's the 15th.
The minutes won't even be typed up till Monday. So it doesn't give time to have people, representatives, show up at the council meeting to answer these questions that the citizens might have at the city council meeting. So that would delay it till the August 5th, potentially, if the people that need to be there can be there.
It'll be a
So Tara will get a hold of you guys, or everybody responsible to be at, tentatively, it will be on the August 5th agenda at the council meeting. Okay? So that's where we're at with that.
You said August 5th?
Pardon me?
What, you said August fifth?
Yes. Council. What? The next council meeting will be August fifth.
Okay.
After, not this next Wednesday, but we won't make it in time. So there's only 2 meetings a month. So the first
Okay.
one will be August fifth.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now we have one other agenda item, but it's just changing addresses on the buildings in the plaza that you recommended that be done.
John?
Yes.
Can we just make sure that we ask them to vote so it's on record?
Pardon me?
2 of them, have them vote so it's on record.
I knew nothing about it.
Oh, we need
It
to
should be
vote.
on record, right? No?
Well, we got Tom, we got,
I know, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
we got 5, we got 3 yes.
Only 3
Yeah.
voted.
Yes.
Yeah, they might.
So maybe the other 2 should vote. They can say no, yes. It's not, no?
It's not like council.
Then I'll
Council
say
has to
no.
vote.
If I have
They
to-
No.
don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
I did not.
As long as we got a majority, I think.
Oh, so they only got 3 votes and
You have to vote.
didn't
You
get
have to
their
vote.
vote.
You can't abstain unless you have a vested interest.
That's why they're on.
Then nay.
Well, they're on that committee.
You wanna go
I
down
just
as a
have one
nay?
question.
Yeah,
Did
sure.
we
Okay.
tell
That just that way, at least I.
B3 and B2?
Melissa's going down as a no, in case everybody wants to know where she stands.
Yeah, if you wanna
So,
put
which
it
is
on.
fine, just she wanted it on record.
I need to know where Mike's at too.
I also say no.
Okay.
B2 said no, 3 said 3 and 2.
Okay, still 3-2.
So will council know the votes, or will they just get that it's a?
Well, it's up to, technically but if he wants me to, I will go and help explain this to the city council. But yeah, they won't, they can know who they want if they want, but we can just say it's a simple majority. If it's a majority voted yes. That's all we do. Okay, the other thing we have is the addresses in the plaza. They wanted to really assign them to certain buildings because they're kind of vague right now. If I'm correct. Okay, they wanted, it was in your packet, Rockwood Plaza addresses. They just want to change the parcel numbers for the addresses of the buildings, right? The main parking lot, the main plaza parking lot and Marcos have been sharing the same address at 32-835 Fort Street for over Fort Road for 15 years. They would leave it as that, as Marcos. They'll be assigning the parking lot its own address and the main building its own address. The parking lot will be 32-845 Fort Road, and the main building will be 32-855 Fort Road. And so that is something that we can approve here. It's a building process, and it's just a matter of putting new addresses on the building and so they know where they're delivering the mail. So we need
I'm in favor.
Huh? We need a motion to
I'll
approve.
motion it.
Motion to approve the addresses, the new addresses for Rockwood Plaza.
Support.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, we have a report from council liaison, anything? Any questions for council liaison? Have a motion to adjourn?
Make that motion.
I didn't think it'd take long, come on.
Yes.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.